my name is Lisa Fedorenko, and welcome to this week's Video Insight. Everyone loves a growing industry, and with a 14% CAGR, online gaming certainly fits the bill. But with the cost of setting up an app being near zero, how can a company gain a sustainable competitive advantage in this industry? One stock that we hold, which has achieved just that, is Aristocrat Leisure. Although the core of Aristocrat's business is land-based slot machines, the recent acquisitions of Big Fish, Polarium, and Product Madness have brought it to 12.4% of global social casino market share. It's now the second largest player in this space, no puns about it. At first glance, this scale isn't an immediately obvious competitive advantage. Remember Tiny Wings? Voted the best iPhone app of 2011 and written single-handedly by Andreas Illiger? Furthermore, there is limited regulation on social gaming, and all you really need is to be able to code, right? Well, let's look a little deeper. The App Store was first opened in July 2008. There were a measly 800 apps by the end of that year, growing to 350,000 in 2011. Since then, the numbers have rapidly increased to over 2.2 million in January 2017. Notably, this is very similar to what we see for the Google Play Store. This opened December 2009 with 100,000 apps by the end of that year. It had 400,000 in 2011 and now has over 3.5 million, quite a bit more. Along with the growth in available apps, the cost of customer acquisition has crept up. To illustrate, in 2013, the cost of acquiring a user for a simple casual game like Tiny Wings was less than $1. It's now around $3.50. For social casino, this has moved from less than $7 to around $23. Importantly, this has happened because the channels of customer acquisition are incredibly limited. It's pretty much Facebook's, Apple's iOS, and Google's Play Store. That's about it. Significant marketing budgets are now required to stand out on these platforms, meaning economies of scale, which conveniently Aristocrat now has become increasingly important. As an idea of costs, Huge, a competitor, recently raised $50 million to maintain marketing spend and the cost of just 300 developers. Further to scale, in social casino, Aristocrat has been able to leverage its established demand-side brand advantage to capture existing land-based game players. This has been particularly well in their app, Heart of Vegas, which is part of a Product Madness business. Whilst this is a relatively new and still fast-growing industry, Aristocrat has positioned itself strongly and is emerging as a clear market leader. We saw evidence of this with the market share gains Aristocrat achieved in the last quarter. So whilst the initial barriers to entry may have made it anyone's game in the 2000s, the landscape has moved on and clear market leaders are now emerging. That's all for this week. In the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.